Hey guys, Shavuot. Today we're going to be talking about fitness in augmented reality, and we're going to go through a couple different ideas in how this could look, and some just ideas and directions of what it could be like in different scenarios. We're going to do this because it's going to be a little quick, right? This video, it's nearly midnight, and I'm trying to get this video in before the end of the night, end of the day. And tomorrow we're going to have to do 3 videos because of Shavuot, because I won't be able to post on Monday and Tuesday. So we're going to keep today a little bit easier and quicker, shorter, just so we can fit in someone's tomorrow. Okay, so there's a lot of directions, and I think in training or in fitness, there's some interesting. In the last couple of years, like different apps and different subscriptions have come out for fitness to make fitness, I guess, easier and motivating people. And there's lots of different brands and things like that do that. One of the first things that I wanted to do, and this was a video that I wanted to do, like a lot of these things, are videos that I wanted to do a couple of years ago with the 2025 videos. But I didn't get around to it. I only released a couple videos, and this one didn't make the cut. But this one was very simple. I wanted to visualize when you are doing push-ups and visualize like having something count for you. And the premise was very simple. I wanted to keep count of my push-ups, but I wanted to listen to like music or a podcast. Now, when you listen to music, it's fine. You don't have to focus on music. But if you want to listen to a podcast and you're trying to get through something, there are certain exercises that you can't do listening to music because you have to focus on them. Running's fine because running's kind of mindless, especially if you're like on a treadmill or you're just keeping... if you're just going for like time or something, you don't have to think about anything while you're doing it. Running's actually going to be the next example. But push-ups, or anything that you have to count your reps, you can't, again, that's part of the cognitive load, right? You cannot count your reps easily, because it is possible. I've done it, but it's definitely not easy, and you have to you do give up a bit of one of them. Either you miscount, or you have to, I don't really know the new word of rewind, because rewind is a very old video thing, right? With VHSs and DVDs and stuff like that. Like nowadays, in podcasts, you can skip forward 15 seconds or back 15 seconds. I don't know if is that considered still rewind, or is that something else? Anyways, so the first thing was augmented reality. I was just I wish that when you do push-ups, you're anyways usually looking either right below you or a little bit in front of you. Imagine if there was a counter that would be able to count those reps for you, so you don't have to do any of it. Now, it's interesting because a lot of these things, I have seen some things that I think I've used like when your chin touches it or your nose touches it. It was some sort of device underneath you. I don't know if it was an iPhone, and the app allowed you every time you came down, if you did it properly, you would push your nose onto the iPhone, and that would be the counter. Or some other way. But in fitness, and I've seen this recently, I saw it in definitely a concept, but definitely as we move towards fitness, especially in the living room, with Apple Fitness Plus and Peloton and all these new ways of doing things and subscriptions. And when you go into the living room and you're using these things, you can use, again, computer vision, and computer vision is getting very advanced. And we can do poses, and we can understand poses. I do believe it's already built into ARKit, if I'm not mistaken. I have to double check, because face tracking and all those things have already been there. But I think body tracking is something recent. I have to just double check if this is actually something released in ARKit. But to get the pose of the body is relatively simple. And so you can think of things like jumping jacks, right? Star jumps, things that you do. You could even do curls, things like that. Those, from a body tracking, you can actually get something to count your reps. And it's not too hard of having a camera or something on the side that can see your pose and going up and down and count the reps for you. So that's actually not in the realm of fantasy. That's something that we can build today. but oh my God, that was definitely something I would have loved. And push-ups and pull-ups, again, another thing that you have to count. Pretty much anything that you have to count reps, that's something that like I wish something else could count for me and show me the number, right? So I'm not like looking at a phone, because a lot of the time, like you'd have, yes, if you have like numbers or something that you're following, you would look at your phone, and like if you're working out and you like, where do you place your phone so you can look at the phone? So with augmented reality, you could have it in front of you when you're doing reps, right? Again, it's actually very hard if you're doing first-person viewing, like for the concepts. That was one thing that I found hard, and why I didn't do the pull-ups at the end. It's hard to like get a first-person view as you're going up and down, to be able to show the numbers, because you want the numbers to stay, and going up and down and keeping those numbers and tracking was definitely not easy. But yeah, anything that has that is counting reps, sets, anything like that, and you want to be able to concentrate on something else, it'd be great to have something that counted for you and showed you that number. The next thing that was pretty simple, and I think it's something that if you play any game, if you play any car game, you're already used to this concept. And I have seen people that have put out concept videos for even products that they wanted to release. I don't yet know if actually there's been any product that has been released for this. But when you're running, you know, if you imagine if you saw a ghost of yourself that helped push you, helped motivate you. So imagine if you're running, and then instead of you running against a friend, you could run against yourself, right? So you see a ghost, an image, or an avatar of yourself from like a previous run, and that motivates you, right, to keep going, that keeps step and things like that. These are things that you have on car racing games, but imagine with augmented reality, when you're out there running, you know, on the streets, Central Park, down the, you know, by the beach, wherever it is, if you had, you know, contact lenses, or more than that, imagine if you could just view past instances of yourself to motivate you. And again, you can use this concept for racing against other friends that are somewhere else, right? So you can all be jogging on different tracks in different parts of the world, and yet see each other as you're running outdoors with augmented reality. So that's definitely cool. Seeing all the paces and everything is also very cool. I know when I was running, now with Apple, like something like an Apple Watch is not as, like when you have an Apple Watch, you can see like paces and things, but like definitely when I was running with a phone, you know, and you have it on your arm, you can't read anything as you're running. So knowing the pace and everything, you would have to like hear it, and that again had its you know, upsides and downsides. So I think fitness, whether it's in the gym, whether it's outside, whether it's in the house, I think augmented reality is going to bring so many things. So whether it's showing stats, whether it's showing different versions of ourselves or friends, or even, this is the third idea, imagine if you're working out in the gym and you can see, you're not just watching a video, you know, so when you do a lot of these fitness apps, you can like watch a video of someone else performing the movement correctly, right, to show you how to do it. So if you're looking at someone's going to teach you how to do a squat. They're going to show you maybe from a different angles while explaining to you, but they're going to take you step by step how to do a squat, right? So with augmented reality, we can actually show the actual person in real life. You're not looking at a phone, you're not looking at another device, you're not looking at something that is a small screen and a flat video. Imagine if like, let's say the curling machine was next to you, or you're on a treadmill and the next one over is empty, or whatever else it is. Let's say there's another workout machine next to you that's empty. Imagine if instead of a video, you had, let's say, a celeb trainer or a personal trainer that actually was sitting inside there and like doing the movements, right? It's like you just glance over next to you and see what the person's doing, or maybe you're, you know, out curling weights and the person's this virtual avatar, celeb, trainer, whatever it is next to you doing the movements, and you're able to see them. So augmented reality can be a lot of different things, right? So whether it's showing you reps, whether it's showing you real life avatars or ghosts or whatever kind of holograms or whatever kind of way you want to see it, to show you either how to motivate you or to teach you, but out in the real one, right? Out in 3D, out in like, you know, life size, right next to you in the gym, right in front of you in the house, things like that. Those are very super simple examples. I think maybe some of you have heard all of them. If you haven't, these are some. Go research them. They're very interesting, and more will be coming out. Shavuot guys. Tomorrow, probably we're going to release 3 videos, or at least I have to do 3 videos. And up until then, I'll see you guys in the future.